And welcome. Right now, the enhanced animal system is gone. Yeah, I did. You may have noticed in the last session when we started, we had 3 animals, and later on in the session, when we came to sell the animals, we only had 2. That's because obviously we had that setting on that I sort of showed at the end of the session, which was to. Now, can this cope with the weight of this? It can actually. Wow, not bad. Because I can say there's a lot of other tractors that can't cope with this. Yeah, so I was a little bit mad because obviously it's automatically on that it disintegrates your animals, which in that instance they sit on the edge. It is, as I said, this was a tool that obviously giants and mod makers, when they give you animals and they sort of wait in stasis, they're basically at 0% until you actually get the animals. But we know it's a game, so therefore it doesn't kill them. Well, it's not AccuMobile. That's just see one of AccuMobile's mods. I was just checking I'd still got it, and I have. It no longer shows the context menu when you go under, or doesn't do it for everything like it used to. Let's just see if it does now. And I think it does for some things. Yeah, it says filling. Yeah, so it works for some things, but some of the things it used to work for, it no longer does. Yeah, it's strange. Is it only for my things? Is it something I've not done? It's a giant's convert, so I can't see it. Right, so then, we definitely want seeds. We definitely want... Now, what is we need to be doing... Yeah, it's not a very big field as well, because obviously we've got the canola that we didn't really want, but it is what it is. So we need to go solid fertilizer. Not quite in the range, are we? This is a bit annoying because it is managing fairly well though for this, I've got to be honest. Now I know it's a little bit naughty, but I don't think we've got any option but to sort of go a little bit closer. Oh wow, I can get away with it. Fantastic. Brilliant. Okay then. And now it's heavy. Right, so then with sugar beet, this is the last field going, so we need to set this going now. I reckon we really could do with a weight. Or a front box that is a weight. That too would work. So we will indeed order. We are allowed to do this, but I would normally like to go across to the store, but we will grab a BI Industries box, which we did say right at the beginning that is allowed. The seed tanks are allowed. So yeah, the BI 177, and indeed we will have the front weight on it as well. Oh. Mr. Smith, I think you've made a mistake. I do. Alright, okay then, that's... it is true, but I also have the means to fix it. This I have already tried, so we do need the telehandler as assistance. And we have also got my weight, so we can sort of leave this to the front of that. We could also get ourselves another unit. That also is an option. Now, we have got a stone picker. It is only March, it's true. I think we can do this. I do. Let's go grab the stone picker. We want someone fast. We've got everybody in the fields. I think we pretty much have, actually. So we need the back one. Brilliant. And then we can fix this. They're having a Mexican standoff again. Oh, no, we're going. So we should have one of the other tractors, which is at the farmyard, which we could go and get the stone picker. So let's just grab this. Yeah, but if you do this now, then we're scuppered. Yeah, and that's just, yeah, let's also drop that off for a minute. Let's be sensible and do this the right way. Oh, wow. It's a weight loss of that suddenly lifted the wheels up, which we also are the wrong way around on the box. Yeah, it's true. Now this should actually work. Yeah, because it is 250 horsepower. It's you look at it and I think it's 150. It sort of reminds me a bit of the Bureau, a lot of the Bureau, to be honest. But we know it's not. But it is powerful. So I've got to sort of keep reminding me. Wow, you can lower it. It has got wheels, you know. Well, it does. The only nasty thing is well, it'll be all right once it's obviously. This is going to correct it the other way. So let's stick this on the side. And let's put nothing in the front. We don't really need it. For this, I wanted it for the weight. Yeah, it will be alright once it starts. So let's go grab the last tractor It is. Okay, well, we could visit as well, because being as you're not letting me do it. So I've got loads of tractors, loads of 150s. Yeah, there are 2 of those, and also that's 203 horsepower. But yeah, this is fast. That's my only point, really. Animals? Have we fed the animals this morning? I can't remember. No, not really. Let's just do a load of that. But let's also see if our little silo is actually working again. Yeah, I'd like to make use of this, being as we've actually put it in. Now, does that wire still get you, or did I change that? No, I actually did. Yeah, okay. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no, that's true, actually, yeah. It is a silo, so yeah, it will... the only thing it's got in there, or should have, is... well, it's not... It's working. It was 30-something yesterday, now it's 27. So it's better than it has been. I have seen it be awful. So as a top-up, it's probably not too terrible. So let's grab... Yeah, let's literally grab a full one, because then it can sort of self-top up as well. But it's difficult to actually... oh, okay, Raleigh, you'll have to wait a minute. Yeah, Anakin and Nick. You will. Just a minute. This is, like, very important. Yeah. Yeah, so the enhanced animal system, it's good. Giselle has done a good job in a way, but the auto-enabled feature of like destroying your animals works against the basic core concepts of the game, which I'm not prepared to like lose animals on a farm where... So, okay, let's grab Nick. Why are you... Oh no, because he's done the headlands now, so they're like... This is what I'm saying about them. When you use a standard worker and you start them, they seem to start in exactly a specific position, which overlaps with any other worker on the field, which to me is ridiculous. It is. Right, okay, let's set this going again. No, it's... Yeah, it's top knot guy. It is. Right, so then what we were doing, we were in the shed, and we do need the tractor, and we need to quickly grab the stone picker, and anything else we can grab on the front. We could grab the Xylon as well. It's not a terrible idea. And we could like follow, because this also, strangely enough, is actually a fast tractor. Switched it on and then off again. Yeah, now let's see if you can correct yourself from that collision, because there is no collision. There's just a chance of a collision. How well were you programmed? Well enough for this time. Yeah, it was a monster session chopping all them trees down. And those horrible... I can't remember, those spindly vile trees are absolutely awful. They are. Right, come on. Come on, Fent, you're faster than that. You're the same speed as me, pretty much. I think I'm 1 or 2 miles an hour faster is all. So we have got the farmyard. It's an unexpected twist, but I actually like it. I do. We've got the trees that are sort of slightly growing. I don't know when and how, and we may see them grow a little bit more. Oh, is that... Am I imagining that, or was that like squirming then? Does that look right to everybody? That looks a bit weird. That is weird. No, it's yet another indication that Giants have totally lost the plot, and that the game is a real mess, which we do know. We do know this. We all know this, really, but of course the partners are probably like trying to smooth things over and pretend there's nothing wrong. I'm not a partner. I don't have to... yes, I don't have to, like, don my cap to the masters. No, I'm not... I've enough... At the very beginning of FS25, Mr. CDP was in no way donning his cap to the masters. He really was looking out for the interests of his viewers and subscribers, not really paying that much attention to Giants. He was trying to gain... Yeah, do everything really for the benefit of his subscribers, really, is all I'm saying. So oh, no, we could grab that thing, that is true. There are two of us as well. I think it's the other side. I think, but I always find this hard to... Yeah, okay. Let's stop the silo. I always actually got to change the name of this. That's the Orion. He's no longer an Orion, but he's still called an Orion because he's what he is, of course, what I grabbed. So we could grab the windrower? Why would you choose the windrower? Well, I mean, to be honest, no, we're not going to use it really. And we are going to need the standard header, but we haven't bought a trailer or anything like that, so... Did we repair this? Because one of them No, we did. It's all good. Fantastic. Now, although it couldn't use this, it should be able to grab it. It's a bit of a beast, really. Okay. You know, I've totally forgotten. What did I come up to the shop for? What was my reasoning? I know it's important as well. We were going to grab what? I may need some more of that. The stone picker. Of course he was. That was exactly what we wanted. Right, smashing. Let's grab the stone picker. Yeah, I really want to fix the hitch on my lorry. I sort of, in a way, wish I'd have bought Akimobiles, because until I've done the back hitch on mine, we haven't got a lorry back, so it's sort of, without that, any kind of lorry back, your lorries are sort of pretty useless. I didn't repair this. Right, okay, let's fix this. So repair, yes, and repair, yes, a little. Yeah, it's really called, I'll show you what it's called. It is called the Fortis 77, which sort of comes from the word fortified, so strong. Fortis, meaning strong, which I thought was appropriate for the tractor. So the Fortis 77. BA Industries loves the number 7, as you may well have actually guessed many times when looking at all of the different amounts of productions that always have 777 at the end, or like, yeah, the cost of things, which is quite frequently 777. Yeah. Most of my models end in 7. You may have noticed this, the fire. Yeah. I didn't realise. I actually changed the number on the Massey. I didn't realise I hadn't done that, but we have. Yeah, so Akimobiles, it does work on some things, but it wasn't. Again, things work and then they don't work, because when we went over the animal enclosure, that was not working. But I also wonder if the enhanced animal system was blocking things. It would be interesting to sort of see if now we get that information. That's a little bit naughty, I think. Now we can have fertilizer tanks fitted on this as well, so I think we're doing all right for any kind of planting stroke seeding system. I think we've definitely got enough with the 9 and this 11 meter and beautiful 6 meter. Now they seem to be behaving themselves now. Should we like behave ourselves? And we do also need sort of. We put this here. We will. Grab the... Oh, okay. Have we lost our... Oh, we lost it right back there. What? Why did we lose you? Or did I forget? Yeah, I might well have... I am shattered. I've been wanting to have a go all afternoon since I came back from seeing my dad. And I just felt absolutely shattered. So I watched a couple of sessions back on this very Let's Play, just to make sure everything was okay. And it was that when I noticed we had 3 animals, which I did mention earlier in the session. And then when we actually came to look at it, oh, you shouldn't have like tempted Providence by saying they're okay now. That's my own fault. It is. Right, okay. Oh. No, they're probably still facing off, even though it's like gone away. But they might be looking. No, they are looking lovingly at each other. Now they were on the opposite side of the field. Programming on these is absolutely awful. You was both on the opposite bit. Why are you now facing off like that? I just don't get it. Right, okay, let's just set it going over here then. And I still think he'll decide that he's going to go over that side of the field. And that bit of water's going to, like, cause mayhem. Yeah, it was over this side of the field, so why would he do that? Or she, for that matter. Right, now then, young lady, you have the ability to go... Oh, you're out of fertiliser. Okay. That we can fix. No, we're not going back to the shop to grab the... yeah, we're not. Unfortunately, it's just too far to go at 90 miles an hour. So we're just going to top up with a bit of normal. Yeah, no, it does look a bit odd, doesn't it, when you've got, like... Why is this doing the sugar cane like that? And that's... because that's natural function is to be potato planting, isn't it? Please tell me you have actually done sugar cane on that. You've not done potatoes. Oh, we have got... yeah. It's, the front box is full, but the back box isn't. Now that also will be cheap. The sugar cane is cheap. So then let's crack on and set this going. Yeah, no, everything's good. It is. Now, of course, that one does actually... that one might run out soon as well. That's the other thing. And of course that one does cover a lot more ground. But yeah, this is still valuable. I'm surprised this carried on working without the fertiliser, because they usually, yeah, there's a lot of graphical glitching going on again. There really is. Oh, that looks awful. Let's just see if you just go straight on. Or what you do. You're going to make a beeline right for the other work. And this is what I'm saying about the programming. They got this oh, I must go to this particular section of the fields. Oh, my life. Right, okay. Let's assist ourselves. Yeah, I'm going to go into a time lapse. Yeah, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, how are we looking? Yeah, hopefully those two will sort themselves out, but let's have a look. So, weeds, needs plough, needs rolling, mulch stones, watered. Growth, everything's growing. That one's obviously much further on. No, and precision farming. How are we looking? Yeah, oh, no, I can't keep forgetting. Yeah, it's a while since I've had it. So pH, strangely enough, is still vile. I mean, we're on the field doing it, but yeah, I've got to be honest. This was, again, sometimes it's not that you're not used to the new view is probably what it is. So that's looking good nitrogen-wise. In fact, all of it is looking fairly good nitrogen-wise. So that's not too terrible. Yeah, it isn't. Although it's very patchy. So that's what I said before. It just doesn't look right. If you walk all over the field, it goes from like being perfect to then in another place, and that to me was like that it was messy. So we shall see. We shall see. Yeah. Let's not moan before we've even discovered whether or not it is actually working properly. Yeah, Scoopski may have misunderstood what I meant. It just wasn't working. Obviously, I've played this game for many years, and you built up a rapport with the. Obviously, it's changed a little bit over the years as well. It's not exactly the same as it was before. The Giants have changed it a bit, and they've changed like colour things. One time it means this, and the next time it means that. So that's definitely changed. But yeah, if you walk over your field, and it should, if you've done it should be like good everywhere. You shouldn't have like patches where it's like, okay, apart from soil type, where that obviously does have a bearing on matters. Yeah, where it sort of reduces the nitrogen level, or the pH for that matter. Yeah, it could be either. Right, so remember, you've got yeah, there's a second where you can see things unfold, which is down to the game engine. It really is not right. You can see it like as you go past the bridge, you can see like the telegraph poles sort of be drawn, things like that, with again other iterations of FS. So for saying this is supposed to be the very best that we've ever seen, it's actually that's it. No, you can't go any further than that. I didn't really make the bays that big. No, I didn't. It's true. One thing I could do is actually do some overhangs on this, because I think they're high enough. A bit like because I mean obviously I can do that. I would like to differentiate it between the basic one, even though it's bigger. I'd like to make it so it's sort of better. As in like you can see that I've worked on it, and it's not. Well, I mean I have. You can see that I've worked on it, because I could compare it. And I think everyone recognises that it's a lot bigger. No, right one. Fantastic. So certainly tractor-wise now, we have a good selection. We didn't even get the big guns out at all this session. Now we managed with all of our... Because we've got quite a few. This is a 285. The 250 is the little one. These are all 435s. I think the 435s, both of them. Stick the front box down as well. Got plenty of front boxes now. I do like them. I do appreciate the colours, and these shouldn't disappear because they literally have been blended, so that it's not like a diffuse that you sort of post on the old-fashioned way that you used to. You wouldn't know that, so I'm sort of like talking about this like you know what I'm talking about, whereas obviously it's I should imagine not an awful lot left to do. So yeah, actually we were looking at that pH, and we can actually now see that's nitrogen. Yeah, no, it is. We can see where it is. Still patchy though, that's my point. This one is down to the soil types that you can see, because if you switch to soil types, you can see the line of those are definitely, one's needs more pH than the other. So if you look on that, does it actually reflect? Does that actually... Can you jump it? You can, but not with that one. You need to visit. Yeah, so if you go to one side, yeah, pH value good. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm sort of saying. If you've got pH value good now, but look at the bits in between. And it's not because I'm rushing across and it's not settling, it's settled. Why is that pH value okay when it should be like... Now I understand the perfect is the soil type, but why do we have this bit of like, I suppose, would it be perfect even on a real... Yeah, maybe. Maybe, again, it's me that I've seen the changes in the game and I'm like thinking back to the old ways of doing this. This is really weird though, the water puddles. Now, like, it was a little tiny puddle a few minutes ago. We've had no rain. All of a sudden... Yeah, we'll take over. We'll do this last little bit. Now, it would settle into the water and eventually soak in, but... yeah, again, we saw the fact that the worker didn't like it. It was lowered where it was liked it earlier, and now it doesn't like it lowered, and it refuses to work. Yeah, once it refuses, whether you raise it or lower it, which it's only got those two positions, it still doesn't work anymore. It's very, very strange. And this kind of tool doesn't need to be lowered anyway. But even if it did, I've told it you don't need to be lowered. So the XML is what controls it. So it should not argue. But it does. We can plainly see that. Again, oh my life, there's water down here now. Massive puddles of it. Gordon Bennett. It is so... Yeah. I think it detracts. And this is my point. I can switch the puddles off. At least the modders who made that one, you can switch them off. I've got to be honest, I think I will on camera, because the puddles, they are really doing some strange things. I just think that really detracts from, like, yeah, so if we switch the... It will moisture screen. The moisture is the main one, will show the average values of each field, better for performance. Puddles off, yeah, it's detracting. It really is. I just don't want to see it all the time. And also it stops your workers working. I don't mind that. I don't mind the realism of it, but it's the way that they wander across the field. That doesn't happen. And I mean, I don't know if the programming, whether it's perhaps that's too difficult to program, but what I'm saying is if it is, it sort of detracts from the realism, a bit like the Chisel system as well. You know, your animals are killed because there's a convention amongst everybody that your animals can be... Yeah, it's not... I've got to obviously work on it a bit more, but I know what to do now. Yeah, again, this is something else I know how to deal with, which is good. My next thing is I really would like to get the rear attacher working on the lorry. I would, and then I'd use it more often, because at that point becomes a bit more useful. No, yeah, I've altered that a little bit. It needs you to lower it, is it? I think you need to lower it before you jump out. Yeah, it catches a little bit. I had to alter a little bit for... I can't remember the reason was for that I needed to do it. So, right, so not too terrible. $387,206. Our animals are... Yeah, I think that's everything. We may find that we've got a sprayer, so we may find... In fact, let's just have a quick look at... Is weed growing? It's not. Okay, it looks very strange. I can't wait till it grows, because it is a bit odd. So weeds growing in this sort. Now this one we shouldn't have weeds, because we actually ploughed it. Needs rolling. We haven't got a roll, have we? No, we haven't. No, that's pH value bad again now. That particular place. And no weeds. Smashing. So pH value good. Nitrogen perfect. Yeah, the pH on this one we couldn't do anything about, because once it's growing on the field, you can't do your pH. So that is can you with precision farming? Because yeah, I've got used to base game again. Obviously the rules that govern that. So am I right with precision farming? We will learn again. We will. It'll only take a few sort of like things to figure things out again. It's not rocket science. So It is complicated, but I mean, if you once you've done it and like going back again, it's not too terrible. Right, so then it is 9:23, and we should have done everything. I think we did. We've topped up our water. Not in there, we didn't. Yeah, we topped up our water there. We topped up our water there. And manure's getting a little, but it's not gone down a lot at all in all of those months. So, yeah, we do need to place. Yeah, now you will notice now that Giselle's system has gone that actually milk and buffalo milk is now appearing. It was that, so I'd sooner have that you've not got to wait 9 months for them to. I mean, as I said, and I correctly did so, like many farmers do. We bought these. The bairns were left with the farmer, and we got the. But the milking can happen because they actually obviously had bairns, are in a milking state now. Giselle's system presumes that they're not, and you're like, so you switched it off, and that's why I bought milkers for milk, and it does happen that you do buy them with that ability, literally at market, and if you're a milking, you would buy them like that so that they're ready to milk. I know this. I do come from that background, so it's true. You can. Don't mean you can buy them without as well, obviously, and you can buy the little ones too, which obviously they don't milk, obviously. Right, so then it is 9:24. We will have checked in the sales, but we will go on. Yeah, there's nothing there. Let's go on till 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock? We're going to go all the way around? Oh, we're going to be 8 o'clock at night, I suppose. Let's go through to 1 o'clock. Is there anything else we need to do at the minute? No, we're trying to... is our money going down? It went up and then down. That's bizarre. Right, okay. We will buy that. That is a beautiful... I remember when I actually got that. I thought... Was it that one? I think it was. This might be the newer one that came out afterwards. The modular one, maybe? But I had the bedding of the 6-meter one. It really... No. We don't want that. Yeah, that's definitely. And I think that was it. Yeah, it is. We're going to be very strict. So, yeah, we'll go through till 4 o'clock. Yeah, we do need, obviously, now that we are producing milk, but it will be a while before they get to the point where we need to worry about it. It's going to take a few months for them to get over the Giselle disaster where they can no longer milk, even though you bought them as milkers. We've just lost 30 odd grand. We were at 380. We've just bought something, you Wally. We have. My bad. Ooh. Now that would be useful because it would make the lorry useful. I think it's a 64er for like no extra cash. We're going to keep this for... I think we're going to keep this as the mucky green. That reminds me that it's for mucky things. So this is going to bring the lorry into play, which that is good. Which means today we've actually lost. Yeah, we have. Let's. Yeah, in fact, we can go through till tomorrow. I think we can leave it here. I do. It's been a long enough session. I think we've done quite well. I think if it's short, then I can add a few minutes on. I'm trying to think. Is there anything? No, not that. I was just thinking of looking at this for a minute to sort of show everybody everything. So, manure's up to 76,850. Slurry will be pretty much the same. The milk is, even in that short bit of time, has gone up quite considerably, which is good. So that's now that the TMR will be self-topping up, which is brilliant. And yeah, so we've got the two. So we will be needing a dairy quite shortly. Am I going to go the little one? I think we've got plenty of room at the main farm. I think we'll go big. There's not much in it. The machinery is the same. It's the storage. And I'm not sure if I've reflected that yet in the models. So I need to check. So we've got one of my favourite crops, sugar cane. We obviously need to go into sugar. We've got a small field of sugar beet. I did notice that they had done sugar beet too in field 4. We may buy that. Yeah, it's... In fact, we will. There's no may about it. Let's do it. Because that's going to make our sugar cane. Now, we've ordered the sublevamus. So hopefully that will arrive at some point. In fact, let's go through till tomorrow. Yeah. 8 o'clock, actually. And we shall see what's on sale. And then I think we'll leave it at that. Ooh, excellent. Let's just go and see the sugar cane. I'll be glad when it's grown because of the mess of the two different types of planting. Yeah, we should see. That is fantastic. It is. Now, that is true. With this being a perpetual crop, how does it handle the damage things? Do you get the same like damage always, or is it just not damaged? So it still reflects weird patchy bits. But it is true. With it being a perpetual... No, there's patches. I think that's probably us that we didn't do it properly. There was a lot of like... well, I suppose the damage might occur later as well, is the other thing. That's not too terrible. It isn't. Right, smashing. So then let's just check what is coming in the sales. This... Ooh, quite a bit actually. Now, we've already got one, haven't we? Now, that is a point. No. We've got to be sensible. All right, okay, that will do. Yeah, I agree. I know what I'm thinking. You may also be with me too. And we can also grab that. I know what I'm thinking. Yes, I agree totally. Oh, am I standing in the road? Apologies. Now, in days gone by, I'm sure we're all completely aware that that driver would have bipped me quite profusely quite a few times by all the net. So I've got to be honest. Now, yeah, I remember it got removed in FS22 and then it came back later on and I was like, oh my life, I have not missed that at all. So let's get this done and then we'll get the backhoe done and then we are going to see how much our forage wagon is worth, because it needs about 100 odd grand spending on its upgrade, whereas I think you'll find that the fantastic, yeah, I mean, again, I've always said this, that you duck and dive with all of these things, so you can do that and they don't devalue like enormously. It's a well thought out system by Giants. I quite like it. So let's go and see how much would we get for selling the Jaguar. I know obviously we bought a bigger pipe, which is £1.5 and things like that, but it's one of those things, isn't it? It is that additional cost. We could get that for less than that and should get quite a bit back for selling this. If we don't, then we're not going to. Because it was 160 grand we paid for it. Well, yeah, that's all right. We didn't pay that for it. We did in total. No, we did, but we're not lost a lot. That's my point. I'm not expecting it, but we can now. Yeah, this doesn't cycle down. We can now buy that. And it will be bigger and more powerful. It's 1156 and it's got the long pipe. Yeah. Fantastic. So after all that, we've got a more powerful engine. We can manage our 9-meter equipment. And it's a win-win situation. We also gained 14 grand, which, you know, yeah, it sort of kept it all together. We won, and that's what I'm saying. You've got to duck and dive sometimes to actually come out on the winning side. We didn't set out to do any of that, but like it worked out sort of reasonable. Sometimes you're going to lose a bit with a thing like that, but it's still better than spending another 100 and something thousand on the engine of that, right? So just get the lorry and that back. Get that repaired. And that can be out. Yeah, now I'm wondering what do we do about the slurry and the manure? Do we have a BGA? Do we like put that into that and get digestate and things like that? And do we get a tanker to like spread digestate for our fertilizer, or do we get Missy Bees and sell it? Could do. It's not a bad thing because we're going to have a lot of slurry and a lot of manure. So to me, we need to do something with it. Whatever we decide to do. I'm not going to go into the fertilizer business because we're already doing it on maple, which I am. Now I'm going to getting over my fit of peak and decided that I am staying with the game. We should have probably repaired that with yes. I've got too much investiture in even the modding. I've done this now for almost a year, and I'm just beginning to get better. And I recognise that you're not bragging. You recognise the fact that you know a lot more than you did, and you're sort of going on and on and on, and sort of doing better. Right, so yeah, this one 222. Can we buy the baler as well? Oh, we got the 3 point for free. Not sure if you always do. Can we have the baler? No, not quite. The baler is a no. Now we could, of course, I do say this. Yeah, we could buy that because we're going anyway. That's my point. I'm not, yeah, as I said, I don't mind doing that when we're like literally going anyway, because you're not wasting any time at all. Yeah, you're not like doing an Bednar as well. I forgot, that's why they were down a bit. Yeah, so we've got a header for doing the sugarcane, which I really love that. We'll also get the proper trailer hitch. I love it. It's about £5 I used to grumble about, I think, oh my life, it's £5, but it adds a freedom of movement to that really helps. So yeah, I definitely want to do that. Yeah, we'll sell them both. We've got the telehandler to do grab the baler in a minute. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, again, our money is going up and down. You know, we are sort of, and we are buying things again. I mean, there's going to be a time where we don't want tankers. We don't need any headers. Yeah, I mean, we do need the sublevamus for doing the sugar beets. Again, it is expensive going to all of the sugars. It is. It's not Bailey. You've not bought. Oh no, that as well. Yeah. Then it is the baler, and then that will be it. Yeah, it is. They're all expensive, and to be honest, without something like the sublevamus, you'd really want to. I always think that the 4-meter header means you really need a couple of those to actually they do all. I mean, I like the amateurs, they're brilliant, but no, they do cover some field distance quite well. On a American map like this, they really do come into their own. Fantastic, that did not make us a lot of cash at all. Oh, I think I just paid for extras that we didn't need. So, yeah, my bad. I'm usually better than that, but hey ho, it is what it is. Just wanted to see how well we're doing with this. So we have got BB mods. We could order an Anderson. That would not be a bad sort of thing to do. Just trying to think what crop. There's any canola that's going to produce any straw, so we're not going to go for the. Now that is a point. Do we go for the multi fabrici that does everything? Because we've got oils in that as well. I mean, we've got these sunflower which we could do oils with. I'm trying to think. Oh, I'm struggling to turn. Or do we just go for... I think the multi-fabrici, I think it's better value. Why did the light just go up then? Perhaps the sun came out. So up to 373,000, and we bought that field, which will of course... That's the last job we're going to do. Let's go and scan that field now. Who has got the narrows? Remind me, the John Deere, I believe. And he's not had any a go today at all. So I think no, that's the biggie. I'm sure he's in the farm somewhere. No, it's him there. Yes, it's yeah, definitely so we will scan this field, and whilst we're scanning we'll take a look. Yeah, so they'll be useful for that's true, we could actually put the dairy at the side of that for a change, and then I always try to so you can stick the honey right into it, so that would not be a bad sort of place for it to be. I do like what we've done there, and I like the fact. Now, one thing I would like to do is to make a better use of the ponds feature. There's that mod where you can add ponds on it. It'd be nice to put a water feature in with the cows, just for a bit of aesthetics, to make it look nice. That's what I'm thinking. I'd also like to add, because obviously the ability to make liquid lime, now obviously because I've got that mod in, if I opened the mod and saw what the extra field type was, I can actually add it to create my own and control the price. I don't know if I can control the price. I will. What I would do, in fact, you might be able to get liquid lime, thinking about it, out of that, because it's a no, because I've not told this what liquid lime is. I think I might have bulbs in it though, so you might be able to get it. We'd have to grab the sprayer and actually have a look at that. That is interesting, actually. Yeah, I never thought of that, because we'd still get a 60% bonus for it, so it wouldn't be a bad thing. Now I've sort of thought it's just the cost. The liquid lime is quite expensive. I did try it a long time ago on Frankenmuth, and immediately threw the idea out as foolishness, because it's very expensive. Yeah, whereas lime is very cheap, so it's sort of one of them things where you think, well, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but now I'm not so sure. So let's go and have a look. Can we put liquid lime in this? Now, does this accept liquid lime as well? I think it's a field type, so I think that was one of the hardest things. That mod is absolutely stupendous. Yeah, it's you really don't realise how much that modder did to actually add liquid lime. It's sort of like changing the game, because you're not only adding a field type, but also changing all of these to accept that field type. Is it's a very far-reaching mod. So I can't remember who the modder is, but I did a very, very good job. So you should. Have I taken it out? I wonder if I have. I didn't think I had, but it's true. I'd need that in for me to actually, even if I was never going to put it down. I shall have to check, because that is intriguing. It is true. It was short-sighted of me if I did do that. And we were going to go and I believe we were going to scan the field was the other task we were going to do. That was a side task, but it just goes to show how I get so badly sidetracked so very easily. Yeah, that was another additional task. Real task was scanning the fields. Well, actually, no. That's the beautiful thing about AccuMobile. There's many things I love about AccuMobile Scanner. One of them being it will scan fields that aren't ours, which the Giants one won't do. It only scans your fields. So this is a bit special, because we know that in time we're going to buy those other fields. So really, this is going to help us enormously. Yes, I did make my own scanner. I didn't quite get it working. I literally grabbed the proper Giants one, and like AccuMobile, I was tweaking the colours and things like that. But it's a very special. Again, AccuMobile is a very, very good modder. It's quite a far-reaching thing, and you have to mirror the way that Giants do the precision farming. The way that they're all. Oh, that is beautiful. I'm glad we didn't rip that up. It's very, very nice. Right, and then so scan the field. That's also do that trick of like seeing. So really, if we go in the middle, now this has got weeds, I can see it. Yeah, if we like go over field 4 and do this correctly, we should pretty much get all of 3 and 5 too. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit like, even this is sort of, we sort of talk about the realism element. Like, no, the plants do drop down into the furrows, and then obviously later on it disappears. But I've got to be honest, it's good what Giants have done. It is a good feature, and it really does. You can tell it's affected tractors. The GTA is almost unusable on furrowed fields. That's why I never ever buy it anymore, because it's sort of like, it's totally ruined it. Even the Xylon, it's affected, but the Xylon you can still use, and so, which is why I really totally ignore the GTA, and why I dropped it and never bothered. So I made our own Xylon. So we're at 373, and we bought another field as well. So then what is that? We know it's got weeds. We know it needs to like grab it. pH looks mediocre. And nitrogen is what? No, we've done it again. Is terrible. It is. Let's go and have a look what it's... no, we've already purchased the information. We know what it is. We just would like to see it. Yeah, we need to like go out of precision farming, and it's definitely needing weeding. So nitrogen bad, pH value bad. No, that's bad because we can't do anything about the pH. Yeah. So we can only weed, and so pH value is good in places. So we can still fertilise. So we will get that done, and we will get the spraying done later on this session. Get the animals fed next session. I would imagine they're all right. We shall have a look. Yeah. It's not long run out of its thing. So really, food-wise, it's not run out at all. You know, it really is good. So straw is also likewise not going down badly. Manure 100,000 litres now. So yeah, we need to do something about that soon. Yeah, we do. We can't ignore that. But I think BGA, I think it's sort of a little mini BGA on the thing to sort of use the things that are coming from, and then of course it's also going to produce a digestate, which we can either, I think we'll sell it. I do. It is the best way, I think, is to sell. So in that case, where would we put a BGA? There is quite a lot of room over here. We may have to, yeah, I think it could go in the middle of where we might need to get rid of the solar collector. We have replaced it already. I know we will, so I'm going to get rid of it, yeah. I do think the BGA, the mini BGA, would actually go in there. So that is a definite. If we just grab that every day, every couple of months, it should really, seriously, that's in the middle. Why are we going way through what we just can go? Yeah, so... I guess not, that's our kilowatts. Yeah, that is the one we want. And we may have to put it in B mode. Oh no, we can do it. Fantastic. Didn't really want to B mode it, if I'm honest. Let's just see, can we go back a little? A lot. Fantastic. Yeah, I've not got my painting quite right. It's not terrible, but it needs a bit taken off there. I've got to be honest, the painting is one of the most difficult things to get right in a mod. So that's not too terrible. it's although it is, but what I mean is it is quite hard to do. What? Yeah, let's just like put a bit of grass on. Let's get this looking something like, I think. So we will do a bit of grass, I reckon. Yeah, and we'll just... In fact, actually, yeah. It's more about asphalt, I think. It's got patches of grey anyway, and that wasn't me. Surely that... No, we didn't do all of that. Gordon Bennett, no. I think it's the water or something. At least I don't think we did all of that. No. So that's... down to 321, but we have got the biogas plant, so we will get that sorted as well going forwards. We'll use that mainly for, yeah, I mean, we're only using it truthfully for the manure and the slurry. Yeah, no, we've not got any silage to do. I mean, I'm not really thinking of going into grass. I'm just trying to stick to sugar and traditional crops on this farm. Yeah, I don't want to, like, go, yeah, because we've got other ones where we've already got like potatoes in a big way, and other ones where we've got like vegetables in a big way. Somewhere, where we're doing the no, actually that's true. We're not doing Dahim anymore because the map was going wrong. It's way too much, so it's a shame. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.